How do we know if it's id, if it's t, if it's d? That's the difficult part. That is the very hard part. We have a picture here which shows you some guidelines of how to know, but it's very difficult to remember this when you are speaking. It's very hard to learn all of this by memory. I do not recommend you do that. This is just for listening, for pronunciation practice. The only way to be very comfortable with your ED sounds is constant practice. Practice, practice, practice all the time, and then you will become confident with knowing which sound. This is just to show you what different sounds can be made. Practice will help you remember them. So let's practice. Forget ID sound for a moment. Let's move on to D sound. We'll start with D. D. Okay. If the verb ends in any of these letters or sounds, we have a full list: L, N, R, G, V, S, W, Y, and Z. Notice I had to read those letters because I do not know them myself. That's impossible. So nobody thinks that you should know them. So please don't worry like I must study and learn all of this. You cannot. Okay. But if your verb ends in one of these sounds, the ED will make a simple D sound. Look at the first example. Cold. Listen to me again. Cold. There is no vowel sound between L and D. The L moves straight to the D. Forget the E. Throw it out the window. It is not cold. It's too strong. A native speaker might not understand that pronunciation. Cold. Not a word. Cold. I called him yesterday. Just a simple D sound. But you cannot forget it. I call him yesterday is not correct because it's not past tense. The ED is important, but the pronunciation is one simple D. Cold. We'll do some more examples. If your verb ends in N, N sound, again, it has a simple D pronunciation. Cleaned. Let's listen and repeat. Me 2 times, you once. Cleaned. Cleaned. Can you hear how the N jumps to the D and they are together? Not cleaned. Cleaned is correct. Next one. If your verb ends in R sound, r, r, you should be good at this after level 1 pronunciation. R sound also has simple D after the verb in the past tense. The example we have here is offered. Offered. Repeat. Offered. You can hear the simple clear D sound. On the list, you have all the endings of verbs that use the sound. L, N, R, G, V, S, W, Y, Z, or Z if you are American. In British, we say Z. Up to you. Again, see how I read the list. I don't know this list, so you don't need to know also. What you need to do is listen to English often, a lot, and hear the correct sound. So when you speak, you know which sound to make. Learning from the list is not a great idea. The list is just here to show you what sounds can be made. Okay, let's move to T sound. Letter T. Bit confusing? ED is not the letter T. They are different sounds. However, ED can sometimes make T sound. If your verb ends in any of these letters or sounds, P, K, sh, ch, GH, f. GH is F sound at the end of a word. Th, C, which is S sound, we know that already. Example is dance. The word ends in C, but it's S sound, dance. Or X. Again, we know letter X. If your verb ends in these letters, the pronunciation of ED is T sound. Let's hear some examples. P. The example we have is help. Help. Past tense becomes helped. That's difficult, right? P and t, p and t together. No vowel sound. Not helped. It's P jumps to T sound. Pt. Helped. I know that is not natural for many second language speakers. It's difficult. Pronunciation is very hard. The only way to improve is keep listening. Keep doing it yourself. Go into a room when you're alone. Maybe if you are sitting at your desk in work going pt, pt, pt. Maybe it's not normal. Whatever. But you can practice alone or with your friends. The pt sound is common in English. Let's hear some more. K, letter K, k sound. The example we have is look. Okay? Look, k sound. Look in the past tense becomes looked. Kt. Not easy, needs practice. Listen to me 2 times and repeat. Looked. Looked. Did you do it? Keep practicing. One more example. Sh sound. SH. Together make sh. Shh, be quiet. Shh. If your verb ends in sh and you put it in past tense, it becomes sht. The example we have, wash. Past tense, washed. Washed. Try again. Listen and repeat. Washed, washed. Sh and t together. No vowel sound in the middle. Sh, t, sh, t. I hope you're doing okay. Let's pay special attention to the letters under GH. This makes a f sound, F. The example, laugh. Ha ha ha, laugh. We have some more, enough. Maybe you know this word. Cough. That is cough. These words, laugh, enough, cough, end in GH. GH at the end of a word makes sound. Past tense, ft. The example, laughed. Listen and repeat. Laughed, laughed. Okay. All of these will make the t sound. You can go through and practice. But let's move on to id sound. This is the easiest group because there's only 2 letters. T and D. If your verb ends in T or D, we make an id sound. Let's look at T. Wanted. Want ends in T. Past tense, wanted. Wanted. There is a vowel sound between T and D. Wanted. I. Short I. I. It's a stronger sound than the other 2 groups. It's stronger. It adds another syllable to our verb. Wanted. Wanted. The same if your verb ends in letter D. Needed. Needed. 2 syllables. Needed. Needed. It's a stronger sound. These 2 letters are the only 2 letters that need a strong ED sound after them. The other ones are much smaller. Cold, small sound. Helped, small sound. Wanted, stronger sound.